Going inside 50 there from Kobe Lamb. Game number 7 for him today, part of last year's State 16s program. He was part of this year's 2026 multicultural team, last year's 2025 world team. He's had a bit of a decorated career already, Kobe Lamb, and he's set up Vlahos, who comes in, and that is gorgeous off the boot. Has it got the distance? It has. East Perth strike first. And it's his first goal in WAFL Colts footy. Ethan Vlahos debuted last week against Claremont. And he is on the board in his WAFL Colts career. The Royals making the hot start. They, of course, come into this one off the back of that loss to Claremont last week. 6-5-41, defeated by the Tigers 12-9-81. East Fremantle in their last game. Winners 6-16-52. Inaccurate, but still enough to get over the Demons. 3-8-26 Perth on that day. The Royals have started well, and they've got the second clearance of the game as well here. But standing in the road is the East Fremantle skipper, Hunter Hearn. Short ball to Wall. In fact, this is Yo. Streaming through the middle of the ground. It's a lovely kick and finds a target. And this is going to be 50, I think it is. So Jake Taylor is going to be marched inside 50 with a chance at the instant response for the Sharks. That was all too easy going coast to coast, 3 kicks. Hearn to Yo, and now Taylor. And he'll kick from no more than 15 metres out. Nary an angle. Kicked just the 1 goal in his 1 Colts game so far. Second appearance at the level today for Jake Taylor. He strides in and makes no mistake. East Fremantle hit back immediately. Just the 1 Colts game so far in Jake Taylor's career, but of course he was part of the 2026 State 16s program that won the national championships last month. He kicked 17 goals in 11 futures games so far in his WAFL Colts career. He is a noted goal kicker and on the board early for the Sharks here. He was, of course, one of 4 All-Australians named from WA in this year's State 16s National Championships Carnival. All East Fremantle players they were. A bright future coming for some of these East Fremantle 16-year-olds. He's the only one of them out there today, Jake Taylor. He's on the board early, making an impact. Going after this one is Artemis, who's part of the 18 squad, of course. Taken away by foot, but he lost it. Now Warner. East Perth turn it over. Dangerous kick, just puts it into space. Tracking it with intent was McCanza, but he was wrapped up. Tommy Barnard with some pressure, and then laying the tackle in the end was Jordan Gabriel. Game number 2 for Gabriel today, the Morley product. Boundary line looms here, and it wins out. 1 goal apiece through the opening stages of this first quarter as we get our first look at Golon Gatlawak coming onto the ground in his debut. Former Ellenbrook player. 17-year-old with his first taste of WAFL Colts action today. Hit out 1 down by Males, but going nowhere. We'll get a throw in. East Fremantle's 4 2026 State 16s All-Australians. Jack Holland, Aidan Martinano, Troy Warner, of course, the younger brother of Chad and Corey Warner at the Sydney Swans, and then Jake Taylor, who can't quite control the footy there. Almost turned it over. Now Ken gives a quick handball off. First touch for Gatlawak is a good one. Nice and calm and composed, and finds McAlpine. They're going to go back to Nguyen. Swings it all the way across goal. Now he's missed his target, but they have the numbers. Jones Jr. applies the pressure. They get out of it for the moment, the Royals. Solberg steps one way, then the next, gets a handball away. They're in trouble. Fairclough just pumps it out of there. A couple of players come to meet it. Good contest, but it slips through everyone in the end. Singleton couldn't control it. Solberg again, dispossessed, holding the footy. Strong tackle laid by Singleton. Now that could be 50. It wasn't given back on the full, and it will be. And Singleton will be marched inside 50 here. And a beautiful, nice kick. Easy as you like to find Connolly, who can go back with a chance at East Fremantle second. Just a bit of ill discipline there from Nordgaard Lee it was. Just threw the footy back onto the ground rather than giving it back to the tackler in Singleton. And so now Dylan Connolly, 2024 State 16s member. The now 18-year-old comes in. It's a little wide. He leaves it right. And one behind for the Sharks. Garrison Ken bring the footy back into play. Prolific ball winner, Garrison Ken. It's fifth in the competition, the WAFL Colts competition for disposals among players with 4 or more games played. 24.8 disposals he averages. There's a nice intercept mark taken there, and the Sharks are going to go back inside 50. Just sets it up for the fly as it gets out the back of everyone towards the goal square. Who can get a boot to ball? Foot couldn't quite control it. And it trickles over the goal line for another minor score. Ken with ball in hand again. Of course, a West Coast Eagles Next Generation Academy product, draft eligible this year. The 2024 rather, State 16s MVP. 2025 State 18s player. 2026 State 18s player. Another decorated junior career out there today, Garrison Ken. The Sharks turn this ball back over. Flying through there. A wild bump attempt. Now there's a scrap at ground level. This one's going nowhere. We'll get a ball up. Commentary side wing. Warner and Hannaford resume their battle. Nobody wins more hitouts in the Colts competition than Ryan Warner. 284 for the season. He's coming off 43 last week. That was a career high. He's fighting hard at ground level here, and he's going to be wrapped up by his opposing ruckman in Hannaford. Hannaford leads all Sharks for hitouts this year as well. A couple of repeat stoppages to tackle laid on that occasion by Button. Warner, decisive hit out. Solberg had to fight through the tackle and get it out. Now Ken. Candy one way, then the next, but he's gone. Couldn't get through the second tackle, and Jake Taylor's made a good start to this one. Had an option inside, opted not to use it. Instead, he's just going to pump it to the 50. The Royals have the numbers. Nguyen flies over the top. It spills to Nordgaard Lee. Through one. Back to Nguyen. His handball, a little bit speculative. Strong tackle laid by Gardner. Spills out in the foot direction. Couldn't quite handle it. Solberg's going to lead all comers to this. There's a whistle. It's going to come back to the Royals for a hold. Back to Button. Couple of short leads. Instead, he's just going to pump it down the line. Hannaford and Warner will set themselves. The latter couldn't quite handle the mark. The former wins the handball away. Padias, Warner, composed, had time. Solberg, kick smothered, comes back to Ken. How does he do this time? Tries to sell the candy again, and again couldn't get out of it. This time, though, he just wins a handball out according to the umpire. Hot start for Leroy Nguyen. 5 early touches and 2 marks for him. No other player with more than 3 disposals so far. Barnard, the skipper, couldn't quite handle it. Coming off his best game, he was our East Perth player focus today, the skipper. Coming off a career best game in which he had 25 disposals, laid 7 tackles, took 5 marks and kicked 2 goals. He was absolutely everywhere. And the Royals are going forward here. Quick handball away. They've just been buffeted off it for the moment. That looked high. No mark, or no free kick rather, paid. And then Instead, they've pinged him for holding the ball. A little bit stiff, Tommy Barnard. He pleads his case. I thought he had one. To no avail. Long ball down the line. Mark taken by Baker. Back into the side today. Hard-nosed midfielder. This is a risky kick going all the way across the ground. It gets to Artemis, but he's wrapped up in a strong tackle by Lamb. Thrown up into the ruck. Now is Vlahos. Ken goes and meets it. Just got a handball away. Going in hard to meet it, Moylan Johnson. Kick is a little scrappy along the ground, but it gets through everyone. Hannaford couldn't pick it up. Boothie just goes off the deck, and he's kicked the goal. Isaac Boothie just beeline the footy. Threw a boot at it. And he's converted for the Sharks' second. He is a noted goal kicker, Isaac Boothie. 8th in the competition, 4 goals this season. He's also tied 9th in the competition for tackles, so plays that pressure forward role to perfection. 17-year-old Ross Moyne product, 13 games of WAFL footy, 14 goals. He's had 25 tackles and 5 goals in his last 3 full games. Of course, back into the side today after an injury 2 weeks ago. Artemis wins a clearance for the Sharks. They're starting to get a stranglehold on this game. Handball out to Wilson, who goes from outside 50 and just launches a beauty. The 15-year-old, the youngest player on the ground, runs to 48 metres out and just blasts a major. The Sharks have 2 in a minute. And Aiden Wilson, that was a moment of brilliance. Just game number 2 today for Aiden Wilson, back into the side after making his debut earlier in the year. He was another member of that 2026 State 16 squad this year. Plenty of young talent coming through for the Sharks, and that was a goal of the day contender. So 3 on the board now for East Fremantle. How do the Royals respond? Coming out to meet it is Fairclough, who's wrapped up straight away though. Nice tackle laid by Taylor. Like the start of Jake Taylor. He really does it all. He can scrap at ground level, but he can fly with the best of them as well. A couple of almost mark of the year contenders as East Fremantle go back inside 50 again. Big fist comes out Taylor's way. Stepped on the footy rather than picking it up. East Perth able to clear for the moment. Good hands. Solberg taking on the tackler. Just got a handball away. Comes back to Nguyen. Handball away. Bang! Big tackle laid by Males. The big ruckman throwing his weight around and taking Whittaker to the ground. They're asserting their authority at the moment. East Fremantle. They can smell the top 2. Of course, they'll require a West Perth victory over Claremont today for that to happen. And they'll need to win this one, but it is within reach. Artemis fights through one tackle, then a second. Wins the handball out to Wilson. Kick in the Boothie direction. Does it sit for him? It just got away from him and out of play. He looks dangerous as Isaac Boothie. 7 touches now for Leroy Nguyen. 6 for Garrison Ken. 5 for Kyle McAlpine. East Perth with the 3 leading disposal getters, but it's East Fremantle on the scoreboard leading the way. Lamb spinning around but couldn't quite pick it up. Great hands inside there by McAlpine. Just about turned it over though, East Perth. Artemis goes in, don't argue, fend off. Wilson wrapped up, back to Artemis, handballed at Males. Just going to hack it inside 50 and hope for a mark. Good fist by Gatluak, but it spills the way of Sutherland, the laid in, who spins around in his flying shot at goal. He's just left. Zane Sutherland, the late into the side today. For Taj Kale, who's a late into the reserve side. Another 15-year-old out there for East Fremantle, making his WAFL Colts debut as well. Just shy of an opening goal in his career as well. East Perth with the clearing kick down the commentary side wing. Sharks have the numbers. Handball more in hope than anything is going to work out. Now they go towards 50. Taylor fighting in the one-on-one. He was doing a little bit of holding on. No, he wasn't. He's going to win the free kick. And 50 as well. And that is not a moment that Hamish Regan will want to relive. He was frustrated because he felt he was the one being held onto. It did look a little like that. But alas, East Fremantle are going to kick their fourth out of it, and Taylor's going to get his second as he's marched to the top of the goal square. He'd have to fall over to miss this. He doesn't, and he lets Regan know about it. Taylor's got 2. The Sharks have 4. And it's on a little bit in the goal square here. Players are scrapping around still. Ken's in there. Connolly and Fairclough going at it a little bit. Bit of feeling in this one. Such a promising young prospect is Jake Taylor. Originally from Willetton, the 16-year-old. 2 early goals in this opening quarter. It's starting to become a problem for the Royals already. Decisive hit out one down the Sharks' way, and they're going inside 50 again. Hamill comes over to Connolly, just got the kick away in time. It looks online, it's there. They've got 5. He was just able to get the kick away before being run down, Dylan Connolly. But it didn't affect the kick. It was brilliant. And for the second time in this opening quarter, they've kicked 2 goals in a minute. They're starting to get right on top out of the middle. Clearances 8-4. They've doubled East Perth's already. Inside 50s are 12-1. An absolutely dominant start from East Fremantle after East Perth kicked the opening goal of the game. And it's trouble for the men in the royal blue. Bassett, a strong tackle laid. Get out one down by Warner. The tackling of the Sharks has been good so far in this one. That's Sutherland. It looks to have gone out to a wing, which is of course the position Taj Kale would have played had he stayed in the side. Exciting opportunity for Zane Sutherland to make his debut today. And they're going forward again here. The Sharks as Yo gets a handball over to Boothie. He puts it in the Jones Jr. direction. He got hands to it, couldn't hold on. Fight at ground level. Fairclough able to clear 50. Warner flying over the top. He must have just made contact. Sutherland goes in hard. Couldn't win the footy, but affected the disposal. Then lays a tackle, and that's holding the footy. Another good moment for the debutant, and he looks towards the paint of 50. He's got Bassett on in space. Ken pressures him. He spins around. Kicks a little bit of a grubber. Boothie goes in and wins a handball out. Little fight for it. Nicely won, and they're going forward again, but Ken is going to take the mark. No, the footy was touched. He's got to get rid of it. Just managed to. Jones Jr. in there again to fight hard. Warner's going to throw his body around and try and win a ground ball. Quick kick comes out, but only as far as the Sharks. They're going again, and Males. Flying shot towards goal. It's going to just go out of play. Out on the full. Hannaford couldn't quite get there in time. 3.5 minutes remaining in this opening quarter, and since the first 3 minutes, it has been all blue and white. Males, it gets out the back of him. Picked up by McCanza, did really well, but his handball goes begging. Ken's wrapped up, going nowhere. Sutherland, another tackle. His third. 55 out from the Sharks' goal, another whistle. This one's going to go the Royals' way, and Warner wanted to play on. Sides against it, probably smartly, and goes down the line instead. Couldn't quite take the mark. Morish coming over the top. We'll get a throw in. He wins a lot of free kicks, Ryan Warner. He's one of 4 Royals in the top 12 for free kicks won this year. They like to put their head over the footy. He wins down the hit out here. Add another to his tally, Boothie. Just got a handball away. Baker's going to go in hard. Met strongly by Allpike. Wall. It's a quick handball out. Wilson. Males. Kick smothered. They've turned it over, the Royals. A nice moment there, and they can go towards 50. Fighting for it, Barnard. So too Vlahos, who picks it up and is immediately tackled by Finley Griffin. First time we've been in East Perth's forward 50, or forward half of the ground rather, in about the last 15 minutes. Warner wins down the hit out. McAlpine couldn't quite. Gabriel. Strong tackle laid by Baker. Just a minute and a half remaining in this opening term. Can East Perth scrounge another one from nowhere against the momentum? McCann's is pretty happy to just take this one out of play, and Solberg makes sure of it. Artemis up to 9 disposals. Ken 8. Nguyen 8. McAlpine 7. Mostly all the regular contributors winning plenty of the footy. Basic with 6 himself. He lays a tackle there. Barnard going nowhere. Couple of repeat stoppages. Time for him to stand up, the skipper. He was able to do it last week. Solberg just gets boot to footy. Wilson fighting for it with Button, and they fight out a draw. All out of play. (13 degrees here at the Good Grocer Park. It rained overnight, but none expected throughout this morning. Taylor won the handball out, but didn't really go anywhere. Solberg with the clearing kick towards the 50. A couple of players set themselves to fly. Big fist over the top from Marish. And that's going to work. It gets to Wall. Gutluak beat him to it, though. Barnard, just a little tap to himself. And then the kick did not matter because the siren sounds, and though East Perth kicked the opener of the ball game, it was East Fremantle with the next 5. They looked dominant throughout that first quarter, and we'll see if that momentum carries on for the rest of the game. Quarter time here at the Good Grocer Park. It is East Fremantle 5-3-33 leading East Perth 1 straight 6.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell them if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
Welcome back to the Good Grocer Park. You're with Denham Melrose. It is round 17 EGT WAFL Colts action, and it is East Fremantle, the home side, who made a brilliant start in that opening quarter after East Perth kicked the opening goal of the game. Sharks responded with the next 5. Jake Taylor picked 2 of them in game number 2 for him. Aidan Wilson, his first goal in his WAFL Colts career. Ethan Blahos did the same at the other end. Boothie added another. He's in the top 10 for leading goal kickers in the comp. It had a bit of everything. That first quarter, James Artemis led the way with 9 disposals. Garrison Ken and Leroy Nguyen with 8 apiece for the Royals as we get started again in the second term. And as he's making a habit of, Warner wins the hit out. Artemis got a quick handball away. Couldn't quite find Hannaford. Going in Barnard, there's a whistle. It's going to come back to Artemis. He'll win an 11th disposal. Singleton goes down behind play. It's a nice kick and finds the man we spoke about in Taylor. Made a brilliant start to this one. He's just going to pump the Sharks inside 50. And they start where they left off. Males sticks up one hand, couldn't quite hold on. Nordgaard Lee, handball away. Ken, it's it to Whitaker. Clearing kick, that might work. The win was in a good spot, but a nice fist away from Taylor forces it out of play. East Fremantle enter this game number 6 for disposals in the comp, number 7 for marks. They don't win a heap of the footy, but it only takes them 29 disposals per goal. East Perth, meanwhile, 41 disposals per goal. It takes them a lot longer to hit the scoreboard as East Fremantle work it around through D50 and able to clear. On kick to the wing. Finds the intended target. They're going to come back inboard now. Hannaford gives off a handball to the runner. They're going forward again, the Sharks. It's not a great kick. Bump ball though, so no mark paid and win. Wins a handball away. Lamb does the same. All just sort of bumbling around until Artemis wraps up Gardner. We're going to ball up 60 out from the Sharks goal. Warner wins it down. The win going nowhere. Taylor lays the tackle. James Barnard with 5 early tackles. That's Taylor's 5th as well. It's Hannaford. Wins down the hit out to him. A little bit of high contact for Warner, but he fights through it. Gets a handball away. And East Perth able to clear. Didn't quite take the mark, Gabriel. Reuben goes in. Kicks him inside 50. Griffin battling for it with Vlahos. Both seems pretty content to find the boundary line there. All thrown in. Long bump laid by Reuben. Ball comes out Hannaford's way. Quick handball away to Baker. Clearing kick, that's going to work. Connolly takes a nice mark and gives it to Wilson, and he shows his pace. 1 bounce, 2. Go a 3rd. He's running away from them, and the kick inside 50 is going to work. Finds the target. Was that footy touched? It was not. And Leon Jones Jr. is going to get a chance at goal number 1 in game number 1. What about the run from Aidan Wilson through the middle of the ground? It's game number 2. He's just 15 years old. Part of this year's State 16s program. You can only imagine he'll probably be part of next year's as well. Triple bottom major. And he sets up Jones Jr., who comes in and he'll want that moment back. Not his best kick. Out on the full. Got to be brought back into play through Ken. Long ball in the all-pike direction. He sets himself. 1 grab, 2. Couldn't hold on though. Lays the tackle. Ken finding plenty of the footy again. He had 25 disposals last week. Uses it so well. Sutherland puts the Sharks back inside 50 in the Taylor direction. He stuck 1 hand out, couldn't get it. Ken wins another disposal, and East Perth are able to clear, but only for the moment, because standing in the road is McClure. Just needs to find a target. No, didn't like any of the short options. Ken couldn't quite spoil it, and Foot able to hold on to the mark. He's made a habit of doing this, Reed Foot. 16 goals in his 18 WAFL Colts games, 11 in 11 games this year. Sharks 2 goals out of the top 10. And he's going to climb one closer as he nails the first of the second term. So Reed Foot gets us started in the second term. Now East Fremantle now have 6 on the board. East Perth really needed to get the first to arrest back any momentum they possibly could, because at the moment Sam Manwaring's young men are running away with this one. They enter this game, East Fremantle, with the second best percentage in the comp. The live ladder currently sees them with the best. They go ahead of South Fremantle, who of course have the bye this week. Males wins it down in the Artemis direction. Fighting forward, Connolly. Gets through a couple and then gives off the handball. They're away again here, the Sharks. Baker puts it inside 50. It's a good kick, and Boothie's in a great spot. Courageously goes back with the flight. He had Yo coming the other way, and they managed to work it out. And Boothie is going to get a chance once again for the third time in this game at 2 goals in a minute for the Sharks. $14 goals coming into this game for the season, Isaac Boothie. He's already kicked 1, and now he's got 2, and the Sharks can do no wrong. Two goals in a minute for the third time already. When they get a run on the Sharks, they are hard to stop. And they now lead by 39 points already. Asked pre-game if East Perth could cause the upset. Well, right now, just hoping to come out with their dignity as the margin continues to climb here at the Good Grocer Park. East Fremantle with an opportunity to go into second position on the ladder with a win today and a Claremont loss. The live ladder currently has them in that position as West Perth lead Claremont by a point over at Revo Fitness Stadium. Barnard clearing for East Perth. Can they fight themselves back into this contest? Found Reuben. Opens up some space to kick inside 50. Front position, Griffin. Didn't quite hold on the mark, but wins the footy back. Marish, quick handball, did well. Singleton gives it away to Baker, back to Singleton. They're running down the wing. East Fremantle taken away by McClure. Kick up in the Taylor direction. He's been brilliant so far in this one. One more kick to find a target. This one's going to come back, actually. Foot's going to be paid the free kick rather than Taylor, who can just run inside 50 into space. Foot missed him with the kick, though. Taylor, pick up was nice. Kick ground level. Left a little to be desired. They're going to get a ball up, and they made a little bit of a meal of that, East Fremantle. They're pushing again. Forward of centre. Hannaford on down the hit out. There's a little bit of high contact in the tackle from Basic, but umpire says it was marginal. Tom Warner wins down the hit out. Wall, ground level, couldn't quite. Then goes back in and wins it. Got a handball away to Connolly. He find a target, a nice smother by Hamish Regan. Will force a throw in. You can see a large contingent there of East Fremantle players eager to see a win here at home, and thus far through this game, it looks like they are in the box seat to do so. Taylor just takes it away out of the ruck. Connolly lost his footing, and unfortunately for him, that meant he lost his prior opportunity as well. The win. Out to Lamb, wants to come inboard. Basic got a hand on it to try and turn it over, then goes in and wins the footy. Dump tackle paid against the skipper in Barnard here, and it's going to come back to Bailey Hams, the debutant. wants to go quickly and does so down the wing. McCampbell away to McCanza, and they're going to go inside 50 again, the Sharks, and they've got a target in Boothie, and he looks dangerous as ever. An opportunity to kick his third. That play started with the debutant in Bailey Hams on the wing there. He made his league debut for Railways up in Geraldton in early July. He kicked 3 goals, was named in the best on debut on that occasion. Second debut in a month as Boothie. Just leave this one out to the right. In fact, it hasn't even made the distance, so marked on the line, and East Perth with a chance to clear. That all looked like a bump ball from commentary position. Baker thought the same, so he ran in to lay the tackle, and now he's been pinged for running too close on the mark. So East Perth through Gardiner will be marched into the centre square. Nice kick, finds Button. Possessing the footy for a moment, the Royals, before they pump it inside 50, flying over the top. Was there a push out? There was. It's going to come back to the skipper in Barnard, and he's going to have a chance at the Royals second. If ever the moment called for a captain's goal. James Barnard with a chance to just quell the momentum of the Sharks, just for a moment. He kicked 2 last week, did the skipper. He kicked from about 42, 43 metres out. Slight angle. Needs to make it happen. That's one of the worst kicks you'll see. It's a floater. It doesn't make the distance. It didn't have the accuracy. And Gus Marish takes the intercept mark. Lovely kick, piercing out of D50 to Wilson. It's probably a moment that sums up the day so far for East Perth. Almost forcing the turnover was Marsden, but East Fremantle are able to get away still. Yo, great handball. Found Artemis in stride. Did not have to stop running. And he, speaking of, puts in exactly the same kick to Boothie. 2 brilliant disposals for the Sharks going inside 50, and Isaac Boothie had a sider a moment ago. And this time, he will surely kick his third. He makes no mistake. Boothie's got 3 and the Sharks have 8. An opportunity for East Perth at one end goes begging. And the Sharks go coast to coast to kick another. The lead out to 45 points. The East Perth midfielders meet in the middle of the ground to just discuss what they could possibly do. That goal puts Isaac Boothie into 4th position for the competition's leading goal kickers with 16. Of course, still 10 behind the leader in Trent Robertson at Peel with 26 as Barnard clears for the Royals. Inside 50 again. Coming out to meet his brother Thomas Barnard. Can't quite get a disposal away as he's wrapped up and taken to ground. Younger brother Thomas Barnard debuted last week. Kicked the opening goal of that game against Claremont. Or James starred, but neither were able to affect the result. And what was a turnover? Hannaford happy to go backwards. Smother laid. This is going to come back inboard though. Baker tried to tap it over his head, but only as far as Nordgaard Lee. Didn't like the option on his left, so he kicks with the right. That's a great mark taken in front. Well, it was taken by Singleton, but ripped out of his hands by the East Perth player in Barnard, and he's going to be paid the kick, so he puts them inside 50. McCanza immediately wrapped up and going nowhere. Lahos doing the ruck work. Baker taken down. Was that in the back? It was. Solberg giving away the free kick. Fascinating story. Peter Solberg, he's an excellent young musician. Top 30 in Australian Idol last year. Fantastic young singer and guitarist. He's going to set himself here, out the back. Wouldn't quite. Sharks win the footy back. McClure did really well there. Gives a handball away to Basic. Had to be quick and was. Kick not marked by Hannaford, but he lays the tackle, turns it over and wins the footy back. Artemis going in hard. Wall lost his footing and it allowed McAlpine to come in. He gets it back from Gardner and now they're going to go through the middle of the ground. That's dangerous. Gets through everybody. There's a whistle. It's going to go the way of Finley Griffin. Speaking about Peter Solberg, he's named after Anthony Kiedis, the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, as Taylor marks 55 out. He's got an option easy as you like in the goal square in Reed Foote, who snaps over his head, kicks East Fremantle's 9th, and they are running away with this one. A nice moment again for Jake Taylor. And Reed Foote reaps the benefits. His second of the quarter. Boothie's got 2 in the quarter as well. They've kicked the only 4, the Sharks. A 51-point advantage. And we've still got 8 minutes to play in the second term. It's getting ugly for the Royals. That live ladder has East Fremantle increasing their percentage by 8 already. 8% for a quarter and a half of footy. And with West Perth still leading the Tigers over at Revo Fitness Stadium, the home side here at the Good Grocer Park are putting themselves in a position to snag second spot on the ladder. Wilson, another show of pace. He puts them back inside 50, going back with the flight, bravely taking the intercept mark. Was Hamish Regan. Wanted to share it with a teammate coming out of D50, but he's turned it over. Jones Jr. inboard to Yo. And steady for a moment. Had a couple of short options on. Decided not to use them. Wall is out as well. Jones Jr. makes his way back down to the goal square. He just sets it up for the Flyers. Great body work by Wall. And they're going to have another shot at goal. East Fremantle. Lockie Wall from just 20 metres out. Barely an angle to speak of. Coming off a career high 25 disposals 2 weeks ago. Lockie Wall last week laid 6 tackles to go with 16 disposals. He kicked a goal last week and he's kicked a goal this week. East Fremantle with 10 on the board already. It's starting to look a bit like a training drill out there for the Sharks at the moment. East Perth have had no answer for their ball movement. And again, that started through the play of Aidan Wilson, just taking the game on and flashing his pace, streaming through the middle of the ground. The 15-year-old looks a real prospect. You can see him here lining up on the commentary side wing alongside Lucas Whitaker. Warner won the hit out down to himself, and then he's wrapped up and it's holding the footy. So they're going to go forward again here, East Fremantle. Kick towards a contest. Mark taken by the man we just spoke about in Whitaker. Kick finds Gabriel. Game number 2, the Morley product. Down the line, intercepted and taken away by Maurish. Puts it to a 2-on-1. The one wins out, a nice mark taken by Nordgaard Lee. You share it with Ken Decides instead he's going to go all the way back and switch this footy. Two Royals can raffle it, and Gardner won that contest. It's a better kick. Dangerous, but it works. To Solberg. Plays on. Kick back to Nordgaard Lee. They've worked it all the way around one way and all the way back the next. Ken. Goes on number 12. Coming up for the West Coast Eagles draft prospect. Going to go long down the line. Plenty of penetration on the kick. A big fly from Morish, but he couldn't take the mark. It's out the back for the Sharks. Jasper. Here's it across D50. Game number 1 for Clancy Jasper. They've worked this well, the Sharks. Streaming through the middle of the ground. They go inside 50 again. It's a great kick, and it finds the target in Baker. One more was the call from the crowd, but Baker's going to back himself. He'll probably test his distance, Mitchell Baker, but he's going back with conviction. Thought about it for a moment, sharing it with Connolly. He's going to back himself in from 45 out. It's going to go right to the line. Didn't quite have the distance. East Perth ended up winning the footy back, and they've kicked it straight to Yo. And just like that, Yo's going to get an opportunity from about 10 metres closer. Spoke about Garrison Ken being the West Coast Eagles' next generation academy prospect. Finlay Yo lining up for goal now as a Fremantle NGA product, part of this year's State 18s program as well. He had 20 plus disposals in 3 of his last 4 games. He's left this one a little wide and just a minor score. Just the 4 games so far this year for Finlay Yo after playing 18 previously. Sutherland, it gets through him. Hannaford gives off the handball. Quick one back to Sutherland from Moylan Johnson. Scrapping forward at ground level. Moylan Johnson goes back in. Fights through 1 tackle, then 2. Sutherland picks it up. Couldn't get boot to ball, and Solberg takes him out of play. Less than 2 minutes remaining in this opening half of footy. If you came here as an East Fremantle fan, you'd be pretty happy with the work they've done. Taylor to do the ruck work. Takes it out of the ruck and is immediately tackled by Warner. He can smell a 3rd goal, Jake Taylor. Takes it out again, gets boot to ball. This one's smothered, straight up in the air. Baker. Straight up and down and then wrapped up by Solberg. Nordgaard Lee. And what a Solberg, intercepted by Sutherland. Quick kick goes only as far as Artemis, about 5 metres away. Has that come off a foot? Not quite. Ball to be thrown in deep inside the Sharks forward 50. They want one more. They know how important this percentage boost can be come the back end of the season. Taylor wins it down. Lamb wrapped up. Can't get a handball away. Artemis letting him go nowhere. He leads all comers on the ground, James Artemis, with 15 disposals. Connolly couldn't quite. Beaten for it by Regan. Kick is intercepted by Sutherland. The debutant's been quite good. Coming in as the laid in for Taj Kale. He's played that wing role well. One last opportunity for the Sharks as he puts it to the hot spot. Couple of flyers, but Gardner takes the intercept mark. Shares it to the opposite pocket, where the mark was dropped. It rolls out of play, but the siren is going to sound. And that spells half-time here at the Goodgrocer Park, where we've just seen an avalanche of goals for the home side. East Perth kicked the opening goal of the game, and ever since then it's been all East Fremantle. They've kicked the last 10. Stick with us in the second half here. We'll see if East Fremantle can continue to press their case for a top 2 position on the ladder at the round's end. They lead 10-4-64 to East Perth, 1 straight 6.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the round. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club. You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the round. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
Welcome back to the Good Grocer Park. It is round 17 EGT WAFL Colts action between East Fremantle and East Perth. You're with Denham Melrose, and what we saw in that first half was an absolute barrage. East Perth kicking the opening goal of the game 3 minutes into the first quarter, and East Fremantle responding with the next 10 goals. They absolutely dominated. Since that moment, 5 in the first, 5 in the second. Isaac Boothie's kicked 3 of them. He moves into 4th position on the leading goal kickers list for the WAFL Colts competition. Reed Foote and Jake Taylor also with multiples through that first half as we get started again in the third term with Basic. Hands it over to Artemis. He led all comers with 15 first half disposals, make that 16 now. East Perth work it up to the wing. That footy hasn't been touched yet, but it will stay in play. Quick hands. It's going to end up with Ken. He's got to be quick. Coming through with authority was Padias. He puts East Perth back inside 50 for the first time in the quarter. Intercepted by Singleton. Shares it with McClure. Strong tackle laid, and we'll get a ball up 70 from home for the Royals. Garrison Ken with 13 disposals in that opening half. Quentin Basic has 12. Finlay Yo, Kyle McAlpine and Leroy Nguyen with 10 apiece. As Artemis goes in and wins another. Quick kick, only went about 5 metres. And now the kick is intercepted. East Perth with a chance at the first of the quarter, and they've got it. Just like that, Cale Rubin onward in a flash. Laid a fantastic smother, turned the footy over, and that's exactly how the Royals wanted to start this second half. Poor moment for Jaden McCanza coming out of D54. The Sharks, the Royals, are the first to hit the scoreboard in this third term. Goal number 6, Cale Rubin's WAFL Colts career. Mount Lawley Inglewood product, the 18-year-old. Strikes first in the second half as East Perth look to arrest back just a little bit of momentum and a little bit of dignity in this second half. Warner, quick hands, McAlpine. Flying, snap towards the 50. Punch puts them deep inside. Hearn. Composed kick, did well. Found McClure. Wants to come inboard. That's a nice kick as well to Basic, and he's happy to get and go. Coming back through the middle of the ground, he wanted Connolly. Intercepted by the skipper Barnard. His kick left a little to be desired. Now they've got to be good, East Perth. Nordgaard Lee didn't quite handle it on the first attempt, but gets a handball away. Allpike spins back inboard and kicks back inboard. Hannaford wanted to set himself. Lovely mark taken by Singleton. The second time in this quarter. There's a handball to the runner. McCanza. One way, then the next. Kick finds target on the dribble. Now Moylan Johnson. Putting them inside 50 again, but straight down the throat of Fairclough. And East Perth can settle just for a moment. Wants to switch it across goal. A dangerous kick. Boothie was looming. He got it to the intended target. This is Barnard, the captain. Feels a little bit of candy. He's gone down back to start the third quarter in the Ken direction. Fist from Wilson. Keep it in play for the moment, the Royals. Now East Perth able to turn it over through Baker. And a nice kick back into the corridor. Finds Hannaford. Wants to come further into the corridor. Kick wasn't great, but it's going to work out. They've got a bit of time and they've got numbers. Baker streaming inside 50. Puts it in the Boothie direction. It gets over his head. This footy might stay in play. It just beats him. Does the boundary line. East Fremantle, for the time being, still sit third, but of course a win today and a Claremont loss puts them into second position. As we mentioned in the first half, West Perth were on top of Claremont. The Tigers just took the lead back at the end of that first half, so they still sit third for the moment, East Fremantle. Lovely kick coming out of D50, finds Lamb, and he's off through the middle of the ground with one bounce and then a second. Puts some separation between him and his defender. Kick is short. In the end, it got through everybody, though. Strong tackle laid by Griffin. Get a ball up right on the paint of 50. It's the first full slate of WAFL Colts footy in a month. 4 games over the weekend. It out comes down Singleton. Has Yo inside. They share it with each other. 1-2. Now Taylor. Spins one way, then the next. Lost his footing, but found a little bit of space. Hannaford. Back to Taylor. They're working it by hand here. Taylor just goes off the deck. Coming out to meet up Moylan Johnson. Nordgaard Lee. Did well. Handball backwards to Gatluak. Buffeted off it. Nordgaard Lee goes back in and wins it. Twice there, just palmed the footy with one hand as he was coming through. In the end, it gets out to Baker, whose flying shot at goal is not bad. Fades left. And a minor score for the Sharks. Just going to put it down the line in the Warner direction. He's opposed to Males. Well, he pulls the kick at the last second. Ended up getting through the intended target and his opponent. Newen wins it to Ken, spins around 1 and then 2, did well there. Kick list, a lot to be desired, straight to foot, couldn't handle it at ground level. Marish, quick handball away to Yo, Wilson, they've worked it by hand. Wilson's already done this once in this game, he cuts in board, the kick is coming back. It hits the post, just collects the woodwork. As it was fading back left, you can see which direction the wind is taking the footy in. And almost a second running goal for the 15-year-old Aidan Wilson, who's been one of the better players on the ground today. In just game number 2, 15 years old, a triple bottom ager. There are 19-year-olds out there on the ground today that he's playing against. And he's looked one of the best. Speaking of one of the best, Jake Taylor playing tackle number 7. Males wins down the hit out. Moylan Johnson fighting for it. Just got a handball out. There is Wilson. Nice hands to Yo, who can stream inside 50 and pull the kick to Boothie. He dropped the mark. Chance at his 4th. Goes begging, and now he gives away the free kick to Barnard, whose kick is not great. It's a spearing ball. They've turned it over again. Taylor, hands to Baker, running inside 50. He puts it to the hot spot. Flying over the top was Foot. Couldn't take the mark. The footy dribbles out of play in front of the contingent of East Fremantle players not playing today. Over the barricade there, watching on as their side holds a 54-point lead. It was all East Fremantle through the first half. So far, East Perth have managed the only goal of the 3rd term. Deep inside the Sharks forward 50 here, though. And they look dangerous. Warner, one way, then the next. Quick flying kick got to Nordgaard Lee, but he couldn't pick it up. Barnard could. Handball in the Ken direction. Had it on the second grab, and then he's taken down and a tackle and holding the footy, says the umpire. Probably a little stiff, Ken. Puts the footy on the deck. That could almost have been 50 for the 3rd time in this game. But either way, Quentin Basic is going to line up. An opportunity to kick his first of the day, and actually his first in WAFL Colts footy. 18 games, no goals. And that record stands no longer. Basic nails his first goal in the level. It took 18 games and 2 and a bit quarters. But Quentin Basic is a goal kicker at WAFL Colts level. He's one of the hard-nosed midfielders going around the competition. 42 tackles in his last 6 games, averaging 7 per game. Already laid 4 in this contest, and now he gets a goal to add to his tally. A nice moment for the 18-year-old Palmyra product. Forms part of that talented Sharks midfield alongside the likes of Artemis and Yo. Speaking of Artemis, couldn't win the footy against Marsden. Fairclough, quick handball and a win. Buffeted off it. So too was Fairclough on his kick. McClure spins one way, then gets a quick kick away. Jones Jr. couldn't pick it up. Nobody could until Ken went through. Boothie, that was a lovely pick-up. Basic flying shot towards goal. Picked up by Yo. Handball away to Moylan Johnson, and he's missed. No, it comes back. It's a goal. It didn't look pretty. He just put the deftest of touches on it. The umpire had to run a long way. But another one on the board for the Sharks. And the lead is now back out to the biggest of the game. A 66-point advantage for East Fremantle. So a goal for Zeus Moylan Johnson. 3 behinds last week. He's on the board with a goal now. He's played 3 reserves games this year, almost as many reserves as Colts games for Moylan Johnson. Foot comes out, couldn't quite take the mark, but they're pressing forward again. Gatluak. Wasn't a bad kick, but well defended by Morish. Back inboard, Boothie, hands away, that's got to be a throw. Had to be a throw against Basic. He continues running like he didn't know, he just threw the ball away. The footy will come back to Peter Solberg. Shares it with Nguyen. And all the way back to Regan. Now they've turned it over again, have they? Nordgaard lead. Picks it up. Just got a kick away. It's going to work to Ken. He plays on and goes. Handball away to Marsden. Little don't argue, gets himself free. Solberg. He's going to be gone. Took on the tackler, didn't see him. Holding the footy again. Pressure's been so good from the Sharks today. Griffin comes back inboard. Handball away to McCanza, back in the side today. Wilson, brilliant step and an outstanding kick as well inboard from the young man. It spills to Baker, who puts it to the hot spot. Who's going to set themselves? Big fist from the skipper, Barnard. It falls to Sutherland. The debutant is wrapped up, just got a handball away to Foot. He's going nowhere though. We're going to ball up deep inside East Fremantle's forward 50. Could not be more impressed with the work of Aidan Wilson. The 15-year-old kicked that miraculous goal on the run from 45 earlier in the game. His ball use has been fantastic as Foot is decapitated. He got a quick handball away. The goal's been kicked. Is it going to count? It sure is. They get around Reed Foot as he had his head taken off, but James Artemis has converted the goal to go with 18 possessions today. And the Sharks have another. So James Artemis, 2025 State 16s product, 2026 State 18s product. 17-year-old. Leads all comers with 18 disposals and now a goal on the board as well. East Fremantle's lead out to 72 points. Do East Perth have any kind of answer? Yo looked to be held on to. It's going to come back to him. He can pump them inside 50 again. Just as the first quarter went, East Perth started well. And then we're completely overrun, and what a kick by Yo going inside 50. Spotted up Jones Jr. and absolutely nailed it. This will test him. He'll have to kick from 46 metres out. Slight angle. But the debutant at 19 years of age with a chance at his first. He's got a fair bit on it. It's going to go right to the line. Foot couldn't quite take the mark. Taylor's wrapped up. We'll get a ball up right next to the goal square. Jones Jr. will have to wait a little bit longer to kick his first goal. Hannaford tried to take it out of the ruck off his own hit out. Baker fighting through it. Spills out to Wall. Flying snap at goal. He's got it. They've got another one. Lockie Wall from nowhere. 2 steps and the flying snap at goal is true. Another for the Sharks. And East Perth are capitulating. Hadn't kicked multiple goals in a game since round 6. Lachlan Wall, but he's back on that list today. And East Fremantle again out of the centre. Baker, quick kick is good. It found Artemis, and he's going to put it to the lead of Hannaford. It's like a training drill. They are dominant out of the middle, East Fremantle. And a 78-point lead can be extended again here. They've had double the clearances, 30 to 15, and 40 inside 50s to 12. This is a statement to the rest of the competition from East Fremantle. They are one of the better sides in 2026. They will challenge for the flag. And that kick goes wayward from Hannaford, but regardless, East Fremantle, in fact, it's been called a goal. The goal umpire changed his decision. You don't see that. He tapped his chest for a behind. Now he's waved 2 flags to signal a goal. And we've got a discussion on the goal line between all 4 umpires. Regan's going and grabbing the footy as if it's going to be called a behind. And it is. So the goal umpire went with a behind, changed it to a goal, and is now overruled, and it's back to a behind. A strange moment here at the Good Grocer Park. When the lead gets out to nearly 80 points, funny things happen. So we reset with a kick that goes immediately 15 metres out on the full from Hamish Regan. So Griffin will take it and pump East Fremantle back inside 50 again. They'll have another chance to kick their 15th. There's options on in the middle. Jones Jr. is the target. Sets himself. Big fist. Falls the way of McClure. Wrapped up immediately by Marsden. Footy comes out. Nordgaard Lee. Hamble was looking for Ken, but didn't really get anywhere near him in the end. Jones Jr. wide open. Takes the mark. And he's going to get a second crack. This one is from a much easier angle. He's had 2-siders, one out in the full, one didn't make the distance. This is the easiest look of them all. The debutant, Leon Jones Jr. Towns Footy Club product, 19 years of age. On debut. And he loves it. He kicks the goal and they get around him. It's a celebration for the Sharks. So Leon Jones Jr. a goal on debut. And East Fremantle with their 10th goal kicker on the day. East Perth just haven't looked like it today. They are one of the better teams in the comp, East Fremantle, and they are proving it. Claremont have taken a 13-point lead at Revo Fitness Stadium, so they remain third for the moment, the Sharks, but their percentage is the best in the comp as Yo just storms past everyone in his way. Handball over to Connolly. Wanted to hit up Hannaford, couldn't quite take the mark. In fact, it's Males. Handball away. They've got time and space to work in. Jones Jr. kick to foot. Couldn't quite grab it at ground level. One-hand pickup was nice from Moylan Johnson. Stripped of it. Nguyen. Handball away to Ken. First real opportunity to win the footy in about 15 minutes for East Perth. They've turned it over. Really an effort by McClure, but then he's turned it over. In fact, that was Jasper. Did well through the contest, but kicks it straight out on the full. So Nguyen wanted to go down the line. The kick fell short. Padias couldn't quite hold on. Baker goes in hard, as he always does. Wins the footy for his side. Connolly gives the handball back to Hearn. Kick can raffle it between three of them. There's four Sharks all lining up. Foot takes the opportunity and kicks his third. And it is embarrassing right now for the Royals. So Reid Foot kicks his third. He was just 2 goals shy of the top 10 goal kickers in the WAFL Colts competition, so he now enters that top 10 with that kick. East Fremantle with 16 goals to East Perth's 2. Spoke about that East Fremantle averaged just 29 disposals per goal to East Perth's 41. Both those numbers are going to be inflated after today. Jones Jr. goes into the ruck. Flashes a part of his game that wasn't aware that he had on debut. Just 189 centimetres going against the towering Ryan Warner, the 200 centimetre East Perth ruckman, who leads all ruckmen in the competition for hitouts. Fights a decent battle. East Perth win the footy though here. Padias, they're going inside 50. That's been a rarity. Coming out to meet it is not. One way, then the next. Spins around and puts it to the top of the goal square. Big fist from Marish. Forces it out of play. A 91 point advantage to East Fremantle, and they are still fighting hard defensively. They do not want to allow another goal. They've added 13% on the ladder in this game alone. And there is still a quarter and a bit to play for the home side here at the Good Grocer Park. Round 17, EGT WAFL Colts action, and it's been all blue and white. Baker fighting hard at ground level. The Kanza goes in and wins it. Yo, wrapped up by Solberg, going nowhere. Warner wins the hit out down. McAlpine. Great tackle laid by Baker. Trickle down towards a minute remaining in this third term. Ends in there. There's a big scrap. The ball just needs to get out of play so we can reset. Or a free kick for holding the ball. That'll work too, as East Perth are awarded the footy. McAlpine signalling that he's just going to go long. It's exactly what he does. There's a wall of East Fremantle defenders. They could have raffled it. Jones Jr. made the spoil. It spills down to Whittaker. Snap towards goal. He's marked. That's Sutherland working all the way back to the goal square defensively, the debutant. Liked his work today, been quite good. The late in for Taj Kale. Footy gets at the back here. Foot. McClure tries to fight through the tackle. He's gone. Holding the footy, and one last chance for the Royals to score in this last quarter. Gardner puts it back inside 50. Again, there's just East Fremantle defenders everywhere. Jones Jr. claims the mark, but it looked like it came off a couple of sets of hands. 10 seconds to go. In fact, the siren's gone a little early. And so that'll do us. It's three-quarter time here at the Good Grocer Park. And East Fremantle, they kicked 5 in the first, 5 in the second, and 6 in the third. They lead by 91 points with a quarter to play. Stick with us as the Sharks look to extend their percentage and extend their advantage. We've got a quarter to play. It is East Fremantle 16-7, 103, leading East Perth 2 straight 12.
You don't need me to tell you.
Whether you're playing, coaching or umpiring, there's people of all ages, genders and backgrounds in our great game.
Find out more at wafootball.com.au. Teachers have to deal with a lot.
Especially if there's a few troublemakers, hey Bellas.
Give them a hand by letting WA Football visit your school for a lesson in team building, fair play and fun. Search WA Football to find out more.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
Take it from me, great things happen at the WAFL.
Valentine rides and goals.
With free entry for kids, future stars on the ground and a kick to kick at every break. The WAFL is where footy memories start and legends are made. Follow the WAFL on socials or get to a game.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
For me, football is more than just a game because football can be anything you make it. It can be for friendship, for fitness and for giving back. It's for all genders and ages. It's for those from the Kimberley to the Great Southern. It's for fun, for extra pocket money or for a lifetime career. Football is for everyone, for history and for connection to your community. Football is for all. Search WA Football to find your local club.
Welcome back to the Good Grocer Park final quarter action. It is East Fremantle 91 points to the better of East Perth, who kicked the first goal of the opening quarter, first goal of the third quarter, but have not scored outside of that. The Sharks with 5 in the first, 5 in the second, 6 in the third. And an opportunity at the biggest score of the year and the biggest margin of the year for the Sharks. Second place on offer if Claremont lose to West Perth today. They make the first foray forward of the final term here, East Fremantle. Yo, quick hands to Hannaford. Kick inboard, didn't go 15. Gets it back, Hannaford. Going back to go forward. Now they drive it deep inside 50. Big fist came towards the boundary line. Going to meet it is Taylor. Hands it back to Hannaford, a third touch in the chain. His kick is going to work to Basic, who works around one tackle, kicks inside and can. In fact, it's Gatluak is going to stand in the way to take the intercept mark. Debutant. Oh, big fly at the back from Marsden. Didn't get anywhere near it in the end. Kick forward from the Royals. McKanza, in fact it's Marish, comes out to meet it. Kick down the line is a good one. Hannaford again. 4 disposals already in this final quarter. McKanza kept running. Kicks it inside 50. It gets out the back. Boundary line. Flying shot at goal is not even close. Out on the full. The highest score this season so far was South Fremantle in round 4 against West Perth. 119 they had. East Perth, of course, 103 with a quarter to play. And the biggest margin of the year was also South Fremantle in round 2. They won by 84 points over the Demons. Currently, this 91-point advantage will eclipse that, although East Perth running inside 50 and a chance to bring that margin down. They've kicked the goal. They get the first of the final quarter, and it's Cale Rubin who kicks his second. So 2 goals on the board for Cale Rubin. A bit of a consolation prize for the 18-year-old. They get started again in the middle of the ground. Jones Jr. still doing the ruck work. Nordgaard Lee's in there for East Perth. The third stringers for each side. Sutherland puts East Fremantle back inside 50. Great body work from Males. And he takes the mark. The first choice ruckman sitting forward. And he'll get a chance at his first goal of the day. In fact, he's never kicked a goal at WAFL Colts level, Oscar Males. Game number 8 today. Played a reserves game earlier in the year. Good experience, as have a number of the Sharks. A chance at his first goal at WAFL Colts level. And he's got it. Swung it back late, and you can see the excitement around the club. Just perfectly brought it back with the wind. And East Fremantle, as has been the case all day, have the instant response. They are just 11 points short of the highest score all season. And this 91-point advantage, of course, as we said, is the biggest all year. Their percentage has increased by 13% in this game alone. 151.3% up to 164.1% currently on the live ladder, but Claremont are 15 points in front of West Perth at Revo Fitness Stadium, so they maintain their stranglehold on second place for the moment, and East Fremantle stay third as the Royals go inside 50, only as far as Marish. Nice step to get around his opponent. Clearing kick to Taylor, who takes a strong mark. Started the game like a house on fire. Jake Taylor, who still leads all tacklers, 8 in the game. It's mark number 4 and disposal number 16. He's been very good as Regan takes the intercept mark for East Perth. Wants to come through the corridor and put them inside 50. Marish is going to intercept again. Takes another mark. Sharing it with McClure across the other side of the 50. Pressured by Marsden. Gets it off to McCanza. Kick in the Griffin direction. This will sit for him nicely. It's a handball away to Singleton, who gives it back to Griffin, and he kept running. Has a bounce, the big man. Handball away to Wall. They've worked this really well, East Fremantle. Another handball away to Boothie. One more inside. Can set Moylan Johnson to task. Gives it to Baker, who runs into goal and kicks it. Beautiful end-to-end ball movement from the Sharks, and they've got 18 on the board. And he limps off with a bit of a cramp, Mitch Baker. Back into the side today for game number 11. And he kicks his first of the day. A 97-point advantage. And they just need one more for the highest score of the season through the Sharks. "18 minutes to play in this final quarter. Males back into the ruck, but won it straight down to Solberg, and East Perth will go inside 50. Nice body work from Griffin. The ball gets out the back. Marish goes and collects it. Lost it for a moment and spins around and gives it back to Griffin. Shares it with the skipper in Hearn. His kick is a good one, finds Sutherland. Been quite good today, the debutant. A Taylor on short, but he's going to go longer than that. He lets himself down with the kick, turns it straight over to Knott. Couple of short options ignored. Instead, he just sets it up for the Flyers. McCanza's there, so too Marish. This time he couldn't take the mark. Spills down. Singleton. Away to Hams. Clearing D50. Good body work from McClure. Won the footy. And he's away again. Has a bounce. Comes inboard. Finds Wall, who can keep running. Put them inside 50. Taylor's going to set himself. This gets out the back. Boothie just has to steady. In fact, it bounces Taylor's way. Picks it up on the second grab and misses. And they made a meal of what really should have been a bit of a certain goal there. Already kicked 2 today, Jake Taylor. A chance at his third goes begging there. Would have been Boothie's 4th if the footy had bounced his way. Instead, it's Gardner to clear D50 for the Royals to Lamb. Bit of a quieter day for the East Fremantle skipper Hunter Hearn today. Just the 11 disposals. But we've become accustomed to his prolific ball-winning abilities. He had 27 and 11 marks last week. Just 16 years old, captaining a WAFL Colts side is such an impressive feat. He also, of course, co-captained last year's State 16 side alongside Axel Walsh. East Perth ruckman Artemis puts it out into the path of Yo. Picks it up. Handball back to the goal square. Moylan Johnson, somebody's just got to get a boot on it. And instead, Gutluak flew through with the open hand. Touched it over the behind line. Axel Walsh, of course, the predicted #1 pick in the 2028 draft. 2027 draft rather. Tasmania heavily linked to him. Only played the one game of Colts footy, of course, Axel Walsh. That was last year. Yet to play this year, but made appearances at the 2026 State 18s National Championships games. Likely to go as a bottom age prospect, the 17-year-old, of course. Tasmania can nominate some of them, be selected as part of their arrival into the competition in 2028. It's not out there today for the Royals, nor is Seb Royal, their other ruckman, out for the season with a leg injury. They also lost Austin Tutt, and a few weeks ago Caro Flessis for the rest of the season as well. With a chest injury, Ash Spowett due to be back next week with an ankle injury. They're of course without Lockie McGlade and Ethan Turner, their two State 18s reps as well, East Perth. East Fremantle, of course, are without a number of players who have made appearances for them at Colts level this year, including some of their State 18s representatives and State 16s representatives as well. Benjamin Gaddy played plenty of footy for them. He's out with a hand injury for another 4 weeks. Jordan Gould injured his shoulder in last week's outing. He confirmed how long he'll miss with that injury. Jaden Trewartha's still 5 weeks away with a shoulder injury. Boothie got there in time and beat them all to the goal line, and he kicks his fourth. Just wanted it more, Isaac Boothie. There are a number of players running after that footy. I thought he was going to run out of room, and in the end he just put the jets on and Gatluak couldn't catch him. And that is now officially the highest score of any WAFL Colts side this year for East Fremantle. And Isaac Boothie has his fourth. Ashton Nichols, of course, still out of this side, 7 weeks away with a shoulder injury. A couple of these guys aiming for target returns rather during finals. Nate Pauline's 1 week away with a hamstring injury. Cooper McMeekin, they lost to that hamstring. He's done for the year. Alexander Powderly, 6 weeks away with a calf injury. Their backup ruckman. Bruce Marat's done for the season with a shoulder injury. Nate Scott did his ankle last week. They've put a 5-week time frame on him. Of course, a very important member of this Sharks side, Nate Scott. Kai Omerod still 6 weeks away with a wrist injury, a much needed avenue to goal. He is, along with Ben Wood, who's not out there today. He's playing reserves footy alongside Taj Kale and also Cooper Ramsey, one of their State 18s products, who's not out there today as well. Oscar Richardson, Marcus Motton, other state members not out there today. There's a lot of talent missing from this East Fremantle side still, as Artemis happy to oblige and take the mark inside 50. He's already kicked one today. Chance at a second for James Artemis. Of course, the cousin of Jackson Artemis, who was selected with the #1 pick in this year's AFL mid-season draft, former South Fremantle player. And he's just going to share it with a nice easy ball to Hannaford. Unselfish from the former State 16's MVP winner. Of course, his cousin Jackson also a former state MVP for WA. Coming off that career best game, James Artemis, 21 disposals, 13 tackles to go with a goal in his last outing against Perth. Extremely talented young player, as are a number of these East Fremantle 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. Plenty to be excited about over the next couple of years for the blue and white. As Hannaford comes in and makes no mistake. You were never going to keep him off the scoreboard today. Their 4th goal of the quarter. East Fremantle, their 19th for the day. In fact, their 20th for the day. And the lead is out to 110 points. Absolute belting here at the Good Grocer Park. Goal number 9 for the season for Noah Hannaford. He was another member of the 2026 State 18 squad, but just as a train-on. Of course, of their 3 key forwards, he's been a train-on in the state side. Kai Ormerod's been part of the state side, and Ben Wood's been part of the state side. Once they get everyone fit, healthy, and playing in this Colts team come finals, they are going to be a dangerous prospect to come up against. Be hard-pressed to rule Claremont out. And South Freo, of course, still sit first on the ladder, so any one of them could win Colts flag this year. Baker, handball inside, Boothie. They just keep it going forward. Sutherland kept running, couldn't quite pick it up. Baker does. It's a handball away to Baker, to Boothie. Back to Baker. Bumped as he kicked. It didn't matter. Mitch Baker with a beauty. Unbelievable kick from Mitchell Baker. Had no right to keep that ball on track through the contact from Gutluak. It was a fair bump, a good bump. But everything today has gone the Sharks' way, and that was no exception. Baker kicks his 2nd of the quarter. And they are targeting an enormous score today. Return to the team today, Mitchell Baker. The game number 11. The 17-year-old's been very, very impressive. Up to 21 disposals now to go with his 5 tackles and now 2 goals. And everyone's getting in on the act. $116 points the margin. It is the biggest thumping we have seen in 2026. And there is still plenty of time as Wall finds Taylor. Has Wilson running past. Opts to just hold it up for a moment. Goes further inside 50, and here comes Hannaford again. He'll have a chance at his 2nd in the quarter. No, he's going to lay it off. Reed Foot is all on his own here. He could keep going if he wants. He plays on, and unselfishly, he shares it as well. They are absolutely raffling it right now, East Fremantle. They had 3 players there who could have had the shot on goal. And in the end, it's going to be Boothie. And he's going to have a chance at his 5th. He comes in and leaves it left. Just a minor score for Boothie. He's never kicked 4 goals in a game until today. It's a career high. He's had a couple of chances go begging as well. He probably could have had 6 on the board today. Flying over the top, Hearn couldn't complete the mark. It comes East Perth's way. Barnard, that's Thomas. Got a handball away. Padias fights through the contact. Connolly turns it over for East Fremantle. Quick hands going forward. Singleton lost it. They've still got control of the footy now. And again, Mitch Baker takes the mark inside 50, and he's going to get a look at his 3rd goal of the quarter. Just the 6 goals coming into today, and a chance at a 3rd. It'll be his 22nd disposal. He'll kick from 30 out, almost directly in front. It's wayward. And another minor score for the Sharks. 5 goals for now this quarter. Leaving some chances on the scoreboard. Barnard just wants to go straight down the guts, and it's a good kick to Fairclough. Interesting move to send the skipper down back for the final quarter. Well done by Finlay Yeo. Goes back with the fist and forces it out of play. 21 disposals today for Finlay Yeo. He's now had 20 plus disposals in 4 of his last 5 games of WAFL Colts footy. Fremantle Next Generation Academy prospect. Males wins it down. Wall fighting through the contact. Barnard got his handball away. Baker fights through the contact as well. Handball away to Boothie. Handball away to McClure. Not a noted goal kicker. And still not on the board. Just the 1 goal for Hayden McClure. Interestingly, he's played 7 reserves games, and this is just game 4 at Colts level for Hayden McClure. Almost double the amount of reserves games than Colts. Hannaford wins it down. That was decisive to Connolly, who lost his footing. Baker, don't argue, was brilliant to get some space. Handballs forward. Sutherland, a chance at a goal on debut for him. It's just gone completely wide and ended up in the hands of Boothie. So now a chance at his 5th. He wants to give it off. He still wants to give it off. In the end, he's going to have a ping. Steps around, snap from the pocket, hits the post. He could have had 6 or 7 today, Isaac Boothie. He's just got the 4 on the board, which is still a career high, and a fantastic day for the young man. Brewing a couple of chances that he's missed now. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the final frame. Oh my word. That sums up the day for East Perth. And they don't get back and defend, although Barnard is the one man out there giving everything for his side, the skipper, and he did get a hand on it. It's commendable, James Barnard. He just gives everything. 19 disposals and 6 tackles again today for the skipper. There's his 20th. Clearing kick going back with the flight Singleton. That was courageous. Takes the mark. No one's on the mark, so he's going to be able to go. In fact, because of that, it's 50. No one obliged with the call to stand from the umpire, and Riley Singleton is going to be marched to about 20 metres out, almost directly in front. Yet to kick a goal this year. He kicked 6 last year. He's missed. They've really let some chances go begging today, East Fremantle. He could have become the 14th goal kicker on the day for the Sharks. Less than 2 minutes remaining now. It is 120 points the margin. Nice mark taken there by Regan. Comes back inboard. They just want to go quickly here. Down the line, there's nobody home. Griffin takes the intercept mark. Down the wing is a good one. Finds Yeo. Short ball. All on his own is Hearn. The skipper just settles things down. Long down the line ball. 2-on-1. Taylor would be pretty happy with the result of out of bounds. Very good again today, Jake Taylor. 18 disposals, 2 goals, 8 tackles and 5 marks. A couple of hit-outs when he's chopped out in the ruck as well. Basic leads all comers with 24. 8 tackles for him and a goal. Artemis, 23 disposals and a goal. Mitch Baker, 23 disposals, 5 tackles and 2 goals too. And Finlay Yeo, 22 disposals as well. Sutherland is wrapped up with just 23 seconds remaining. Barnard and Ken have led the disposal getters for East Perth, but nobody outside of them has won more than 16 disposals, as was the case last week as well. They had 25 apiece and nobody else more than 15, so they need more to come along with them. But for the Sharks, it's a celebration as the siren sounds here at the Good Grocer Park. They run out 120-point winners. It is the biggest margin all season and the biggest score all season, and a statement to the rest of the competition. East Fremantle are going to be hard to beat in 2026. I've been Denham Melrose. It's been round 17 EGT WAFL Colts action from the Good Grocer Park. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. It is East Fremantle 21-13, 139, victorious on Saturday morning over East Perth 3-1-19.